Hi guys, our learning intentions for today is by the end of this lesson you will be able to explain what is meant by perpendicular lines, explain what is meant by parallel lines, and explain and identify lines that are parallel and perpendicular to each other. What are parallel lines? These are two lines on a surface that never meet. Parallel lines will always be the same distance apart. For example, these two lines are parallel because they are the same distance apart and they will never meet. However, these two lines are not parallel as they are not the same distance apart at every point, and at some point they will meet. What are perpendicular lines? This is when a line is exactly 90 degrees to another line. We use this symbol to show when two lines are at an angle of 90 degrees from each other. Here, these two lines are perpendicular as they are at an angle of 90 degrees to each other. In the second diagram, they are not perpendicular as they are not at an angle of 90 degrees to each other. To show that two lines are perpendicular, we use the following symbol. In this diagram, I can see that line M is perpendicular to line K as they are at an angle of 90 degrees to each other. To state this, we say that K is perpendicular to M and use the following symbol, which is like an upside down T, to show perpendicular. How do we know if two lines are parallel? Here I have line P and line Q. These two lines are parallel. To write this, we say P line Q. These two lines in the middle mean parallel. This states that P is parallel to Q. How would we know if two lines are parallel when only given the diagram? Lines that are parallel to each other have arrows on them to show that they are parallel. So because P and Q both have one arrow on them, I know that P is parallel to Q. In this case, I have lines P, Q, and OR. Each line has an arrow on it, therefore each line is parallel. We say that Q is parallel to P, which is parallel to OR. Please pause and take down your example picture of perpendicular lines along with your notation, and then take down your example picture of parallel lines along with your notation. It's important that when you're drawing your lines, that you give your lines a name, i.e. a letter, and then to show that they're parallel, you place in your arrows. Let's look at a few examples. We must state which of the shapes are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. We will use our correct notation to show whether they are perpendicular, parallel, or neither. In part A, I have two lines A and B. They both have an arrow on them, therefore these lines are parallel. We say that A is parallel to B. And to show parallel, we draw our two lines between A and B. In question B, I can see that line L is perpendicular to line K as we are told that they are at an angle of 90 degrees from each other. Therefore, we say line L perpendicular line K. To show perpendicular, we draw our upside down T. In part C, I do not have my 90-degree symbol, and I do not have my arrows. Therefore, line E and line F are neither perpendicular nor parallel. So these are neither. In part D, again, I do not have arrows showing the lines to be parallel, nor do I have my 90-degree symbol. Line G is neither parallel nor perpendicular to line H. The answer to D is neither. In E, I have line X and line Y. Both of these lines show two arrows. Because they have the same arrow picture on both lines, I know that they are parallel. That means line X is parallel to line Y. In part F, I have lines C and D. I can see that they are at a 90-degree angle to each other, as it states it in the picture. That means that line C is perpendicular to line D. Please pause and take down this example.